So all I've gathered is that those guys are just a couple tools. Oh, welcome everyone. It's time for the grand finals here. We got CLOUD9 and Faze, and they met before in the tournament, but now it's for all the marbles, a chance to take that trophy home. But let's look at the bracket real quick here, because this is where it all started. Our first match was a rematch of the Boston Major. Although the teams look different, the rivalry's still the same, at least in our minds. CLOUD9 did manage to win that one 2-0. And there's been a lot of 2-0s since then, but FaZe Clan and Big was our first 3-game series. And here is the last look at some of the Eleague grand finals in days past. So you had Astralis versus FaZe Clan. FaZe won that one. Boston Major, as I had mentioned, CLOUD9 wins that. The Premier 2018, Astralis defeats Team Liquid. But now, who knows? Question marks. I don't know.
We get a two-time.
Yeah, could be. We're going to have a two-time. That's right. So no matter what, you're right, Sean. I'm sorry. I said could be. We will. Definitely will have a two-time. Thank you, Sean, for pointing that one out. I really appreciate that. So, interesting matchup here. Because I feel like these two teams have grown so much from that first match, and it's only been a couple days, but we've seen them just evolve and evolve and evolve. It's been very fun to watch, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have played tons of rounds. Obviously, CLOUD9 played a total of 4 maps, but round-wise, it's like they played 6 maps.
Yeah.
I mean, they played over 30 rounds in every single map they played. FaZe had to battle through that lower bracket. We just saw them go the distance against Big. So CLOUD9 has a lot of footage to study, like on FaZe, and I mean, vice versa, same thing.
Yeah.
I do think the FaZe that we saw today just defeat Big is completely different from that day one FaZe.
That's
I think
true.
That was the first series I've seen between this and last week at the Ava Power event where it looked like FaZe players were actually trusting each other in the setups they had, both on defense and trusting them to make the plays on offense that would put their teammates in the right position. So in that sense, that's very cool. We've also seen Rain come alive during a map today. We saw Guardian have a really good Inferno. So all of a sudden you have these individual FaZe players stepping up and being much better as teammates. So CLOUD9's got a really tough task ahead of them.
You just saw it on screen. If you're on Twitch right now, make sure you're voting. Use all caps C9 or FaZe. Let us know who you think is going to win. Also share with us on social media as well. But here is the CLOUD9 roster. First time we're going to see them take the stage today. Flusha, Kiyoshima, Rush, Automatic, Zelsis, the new addition. A lot of just firepower on this team. Let's take a look at what they did yesterday, because they put on a clinic against Big. It was 16-14, 16-14, but it went the distance.
Indeed, yeah. Kiyoshima is one of the top performers of the entire event, right behind Nico, and then Flusha's right behind him. I mean, the CLOUD9 players all around have had tons of impact. We've seen multi-kill rounds left and right. Couple aces coming out of Kiyoshima, Zelsis clutches here and there. I mean, they've all showed up.
Yeah, and I think one of the most interesting, stories of this match between these two teams is Flusha and Olaf going at each other. I mean, these guys were teammates on Fnatic when they had their reign of terror, where they were the unbeatable team. Flusha, the first 2 or 3 years, I think, was the top-rated player at the majors overall. Like, he was an incredible performer. Olaf obviously was unbeatable in 2015, best player of the year when that happened. So I mean, you have these two guys who have been at the top of their game going head-to-head. Used to be teammates.
Here are the rounds per map. An average in CLOUD9, 32.3 rounds per map. They've been playing a lot of CS. You mentioned this at the top when we came back from the break, how much Counter-Strike CLOUD9 has been playing here. And Moses, your thoughts on this as well?
That's good for a new lineup, though. I know it doesn't necessarily look good because you're not closing the games out, especially when it was the comebacks on day one against FaZe. But the fact that you're bringing in Zelsis, I mean, this experience up on a stage with an audience and everything like that is invaluable to someone like that to get calmed down heading into the major. And same with just kind of, as they said, they haven't been able to play with a set 5. So this is all good for them.
I'm glad you mentioned Zelsis as well. He's had some huge moments this weekend. Yesterday, not the best as far as stats were concerned, but he made clutch plays when it was necessary. And this is one of those plays here, Sean, that I thought Zelsis was pretty much dead.
Yeah, this is a 1-on-3 where he had really no option but to stick the bomb and just, kind of pray that Tizian doesn't kill him. But the cojones on him to stick that one, Jason.
Well, he said it, I think, at some point. I think I heard that today where he was just like, I had 2 options. One was to defuse the bomb. That was just a private conversation. There we go. But I think more than anything, the stats aren't there, which is fine. But yeah, the impact in the clutches is good. More than anything, it's just the crazy amount of trust that we see Cloud9 put into him to be like the one player to just go entry and try and make a distraction. And you're putting in positions where he has to make good decisions, which is sometimes where the young players struggle. And he's at least rising to that task. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it's even if the numbers aren't there, it's still looking good.
You have to imagine, though, for such a young player, you look on the other side of the stage, the names that he is playing against, but also even around him, the names that he is surrounding himself with. Kiyoshima, by the way, popped off yesterday. This guy was a monster, Sean.
Yeah, indeed. We saw him on Overpass. I mean, he had that ace where he peaked on A. These clips on Cash B site this is insane. Like, he was holding down those B site hits from Big time and time again. The pistol round, he teamed up with Flusha to get like a team ace right there. But this round right here was phenomenal, actually. Doubles these guys by tree, that wide. The whole time backstage, I'm obviously like, I picked big, so I'm like, peek it again, peek it again.
I was saying don't peek it. I was like, you gave your team an advantage, don't take that peek, and then it all works out. His decision-making has always been great. He's just a very solid player, and he's performing very, very well now.
Yeah, and they're going to need this against Faze. Now, though, we want to hear from the coach of Cloud9. We actually have Valens over at the stage with Smix.
He's feeling better.
Yes, it was Rambo yesterday, but today it's Valens. Valens, I know you're coming off of feeling a little bit sick. Are you feeling better today?
A lot better.
That's fantastic to hear. And first off, straight out the bat, I need to ask, what is the situation with the coaching? At first I heard it was going to be Rambo, but today you're stepping in and you're the coach. So what is going to be the situation moving forward?
Moving forward, our plan is to make a permanent transition after the major. So that's currently the goal, and Rambo's been doing great. Really, really impressed with the run.
Well, let's talk about C9's run here at the Eleague Invitational. It's been wins all the way, but every single win has been incredibly close. Overtime, 16-14 twice in a row. So on the one hand, does that make you feel good because it's wins all the way, or is it worrying you because of how close it is every single time?
I think it's a really good sign if a team this early in a roster goes down after being up and is able to close it out. I think it's a good sign that we can close those games out, even though it's a pretty stressful situation.
And I know from your bird's eye view, you watched the roster under Golden style of IGLing, and now you see them under Flusha. They both have very different styles of in-game leading. One is a little bit faster, one is a little bit slower. So how would you rate the two styles?
I think they both have their pros and cons. With Golden style, I think you need more time with the team because he wants people to react a little bit quicker. So you just need more time to prepare, and he didn't really get that yet, With Robin's style, it's actually a little bit more forgiving because it's a little bit slower paced and more decision making is being done by him. So I think it's a little bit more forgiving, but it's also harder to play against in some ways because teams will start making mistakes against that.
And I know another new addition to this team has been the addition of Zellsis. You've seen a lot of other young players, join the C9 roster in the past. Zellsis is also a very young new player that's playing amongst a lot of veteran players. So how do you think he's been doing in terms of adjusting to this role?
I think Jordan has been doing great. He really impressed with how he's maintained his composure against some of the best players in the world. I think he's only going to get better from here.
Sounds great. Well, thank you very much. Best of luck. Golden Boy, back to you.
Thank you so much, Smix. Good to hear from the coach of Cloud9, Valens there. Glad to see he's also feeling better as well. I know, hey, last time I did the Eleague event, was Boston Major, wasn't feeling all that well. Had the flu.
Think it's bad juju at all, changing your coaches?
Ooh, good point.
Be. I was thinking that as well.
I was like, that's ballsy. Not that anything wrong with you. I see him looking at me.
The look of judgment. It is a valid question to ask because they've had some success today. Sometimes you kind of just want to roll with it, but this is also an event where they are going to be prepping for the major coming up, and you're going to want to roll with the person that will be right there coaching for the major. So it makes sense, Sean.
And with that being said, I mean, I talked with Soham a little bit, and he was helping behind the scenes. He was the one that actually told Zellsis to look out for that boost on that particular round. Zellsis had the presence of mind on Overpass, 29 rounds into the match to be aware of that boost that Big did. And that was one of the most pivotal frags of the entire match, in my opinion. So Soham's definitely doing a lot behind the scenes.
I think that was the opening kill of that round, which is massive.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned tactics. I think it's time for some map tactics, presented by the U.S. Air Force. Seamless transition. Sean.
Yeah, so this is that Overpass match that I was talking about, and I just want to showcase how Cloud9 forces the rotations back. So they're super aggressive towards A, and what they're going to do is they're going to throw a smoke that blocks off the divider right here. And that's going to force a third player to come into this A bomb site. because he has to respect the fact that his teammates are getting pushed all the way back, have no information. Kiyoshima taking that control of underneath, which is why he said after we interviewed him, he didn't have much information. We have the bomb waiting outside B, which is Rush and Zelsis. So what's going to happen now is Flush is going to ask Kiyoshima for a boost inside the connector because they have some time to kill, and he's going to get a crucial pick here on Tabson. Now what that means is they know they've filtered that third player to the A bomb site, so it's immediately they're going straight into this B hit. They're going to have a 1-on-4. Kiyoshima's going to molly the rotate. They're going to smoke off center site to deny vision from heaven, and they're going to play super aggressive and get that next pick. So at this point, obviously the round's over, but just how Cloud9 plays so simple right now under Flusha, just pushing and pulling rotations a little bit, delaying rounds out, and allowing the other teams to make mistakes. That's how they've had success so far.
Yeah, it feels like they're guiding just the other team to where they want them to go, Moses. It's very, very meticulous in how they did that.
There's always a timing on those kind of plays where you're kind of like faking, not really a full-blown fake, but like applying the pressure with that one smoke to deny information. That player that rotates from B isn't going to be there forever. So the fact that they get that kill on that boost is actually massive because you only have like that window of like 10 seconds by the time that smoke is going to fade, where you have to be in a position to make the move you want to make. So that's a really nice window to hit.
Well, I know that everyone's been very eager to get into the action. We gave Faze some time to regroup. It was a very long series, but the good news is we have the picks and bans for the maps. It's time to get into this one. Let's see where we land.
Well, there goes Overpass.
Yeah, they played that the first time around. So.
Yeah, they didn't want to mess with that whatsoever. What was the other map they played?
Mirage.
Mirage. All right, Dust 2 going to get taken out. I would love to see a nuke.
I actually think Faze is going to pick Mirage again.
You think so?
I do. I think, yeah, there they go. Because they're a stubborn team, and they think we lost both pistols. That was the worst case scenario.
They did it to Ghost last week on Train, and they ended up losing both of those. So this could come back to haunt them. So another map where Faze picks it, but there's a great chance that Cloud9 can actually steal that away. Inferno. Wow. They've been sitting in the lounge. They were watching that last game. They know what Faze likes to do. They know like that double up setup as well.
It's fresh in their mind.
Yep. Yeah. So probably some interesting things going to come from that one. And now down to Nuke and Train. And Faze been picking Train all weekend.
So I think this is a very interesting veto set right now for both teams because we saw how strong Faze looked on CT Inferno. And this version of Faze, you said it earlier, this looks very different from the early Faze that played Cloud9. They're locked down right now on CT side. They're rotating around the map. They're confident in taking duels. They're winning pistols. So this is not going to be a walk in the park for Cloud9.
No, not in any way. And that's going to be the struggle is can you actually, in this very short period of time, can you turn around and like put something that you just saw like an hour ago into play? I honestly, at this point in the game, I don't, Guardian, is he giving a camera high five? I don't think you can kind of, if you're Cloud9, I don't think you can read too much into that because I think this Faze team is going to be willing to be more loose because they did just win a big series and they are playing much better. And you can sense that as a player and you're going to be more confident and a little bit more ballsy in your decisions.
Especially when they're you remember Rain and Guardian, we said they were key players to look out for in that first series. We know Nico's going to show up, and they showed up just now against Big, so they're coming in hot right now for this finals.
That's always, there's always the conversation of is it better to like play first or second, or is it better to play a series and be done for the day or come into it? And I almost think there's like going to be a sneaky thing where Faze is able to get up on Cloud9 Big in this first map because they have just played a series. And they might get tired later on into it, but they are so warmed up. They know everything about the settings. They just played a full series on it. Cloud9's coming in cold. They've been sitting on the couches, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but with that being said, Faze couldn't have prepared for Cloud9 the way Cloud9 could for Faze because Faze was worried about playing big earlier. So
True.
Cloud9 definitely looked at the maps that were going to come in this pool. They knew what was going to happen here, and I'm sure they're very, very prepared for this opening map.
You have to imagine they have a plan, maybe a little cheeky plan on Inferno as well. We'll see how that pans out for C9, but it's time for predictions. So, Moses, who's winning?
I have Cloud9 taking this. I've had it since day one. I had him on the victory. As you said, I bought low. Now it's looking good. The investment's coming to fruition, and I'm very happy camper at the
I will also say Cloud9. I've been on Cloud9 side all weekend long, been voting for them, and I think, Sean, it's all up to you now. Who do you think? Because, you
Cloud9! Give me him, Alex.
All right. You got it. I hate you. I thought we were friends, but I did go after the jugular on Twitter, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, so the desk says Cloud9. What about the fans at home? What do you guys say? Let's see what the percentage is. Cloud9, 56%. Faze, 44%. Ooh.
What about the audience? Do they get a vote?
Yeah, all right. What about the folks here at the Eleague studio? Who do you think's going to win? You think Faze Clan's going to win? Whoa.
Whoa.
One guy straight up just said no. That's mean. All right, Cloud9. You're just fueling Faze. You're fueling Faze. That's all you're doing. Yanko, he relishes in those opportunities. Okay, well, that's going to do it for us here at the desk. Now it's time to send it over to your casters. You have Bardolph and DDK on the mic.
Thanks so much, Golden Boy. A smooth throw as always. Very appreciative that there's no banana included this time. I think for James's sake. Oh, you got another one.
Just in case, before it even landed. Do you want a banana? You don't want a banana. I'm eating this banana. You want a banana?
Is this happening again? Oh my God, was it a cameraman?
Sorry, jib operator almost died there. Sincerely apologize.
You've got to work on those throws, man.
I'm a caveman. If I throw it too hard, it's going to hit the people up top. So, you know, just want to, worst case scenario, hit the staff, not the fans.
Wow.
Who's going to win, Dan?
Well, I think Cloud9 as well. I'm riding the hype train for Cloud9. And you don't seem to...
That's a nice banana. Can I get it back? I'm kind of hungry, guys.
Oh, no, it's happening again.
Perfect timing. Oh, God.
It's happening again.
There was no permanent damage done to my banana. I think Golden Boy is going to return it to me. But
very nicely this time.
Me and bananas. Wow. Okay, we've really taken the bananas.
We just created a new segment out on the fly.
There you go, buddy.
The cameraman's got a banana.
I appreciate you.
There's got... Oh, no, it's broken.
Yeah,
Did you...
You broke it because you're a caveman.
Oh, dear.
Because you're a caveman. That's why you... Oh, you just threw it out. My work is done.
Can we get bananas, please? Can we get a whole bunch? Cameraman's got a banana. I'm going for that one later on.
Right, okay. Back to the grand finals. The banana's out the way. Cloud9 and Faze. I don't know, there's something special, something magical about Cloud9. They're feeling it. Zelsus is performing well. Valens is back in action. Obviously, January does seem to be a thing. And we're into the action. Faze on the T side of Mirage. What a great map to start this finals off with. Dren lining up the smoke. And we have a retake set up for A. It's just Rush who's spotting.
Keeping an eye on things. Cloud9, one of the more interesting teams in terms of pistol rounds, especially on the CT side, and indeed it is a retake as Dan alluded to. Falling back, waiting for the rotation. Flusher will still be on a short position. Rain not content with his position, but Guardian will get taken down, and there's no trade just yet. The bomb has been planted. Rain going through the flashbang, but Rush is ready for it. Second frag for him.
Looking to make plays, looking to try to take over CT. There's 4 of them there as well. And this is such an important position. That's why you hold on to it. You play that retake, and in they go, bursting together against the Glocks. Rush with 2. That's not bad, is it? Olaf Meister looking to defend now from both sides. And there's still more to go. How much more damage? My God, he's doing so much for the team. Another dink. 2 players left collectively with 15 HP, but he's got to push forwards. Automatic will finally take him down. An absolute juggernaut, and just in time as well. So close on the defuse.
That was really close. Great effort at the end there. Can't believe it went on for that long. That was a fantastic effort in just the first round. Cloud9 start off well, but boy, was that a difficult one for them. It is a flashback indeed, isn't it? Where's Will Smith? Rewind time. FaZe Clan, they lose the pistol, but they planted the bomb. The Deagles are out. Well, a Deagle is out. Here's another one, and another one. Now some Deagles are out, trying to do as much damage as possible. Almost a full butcher buy, but Guardian, there'll be no meat shots for him. He's saving for the AWP.
Oh dear. This is the peak, James. That Deagle looking for the ticket. You can see the respect from Rush there. I love the fact that he's actually just jump peeking it. There's so much respect for that Deagle swing that you can often see where you kind of pre-aim it and look for that one shot. And it could be so damaging, but obviously some damage has been done now, and he takes a deeper position. Just the small decisions, but they all count at this level of play. Rush showing his expertise, anchoring that A-bomb site. As he falls back, he has good support here. And he's got so many off angles to play with as well. This looks like it should be pretty smooth. There we go. 2 and 3 perhaps with that USP in hand. Lovely stuff for Rush.
Sort of control smoke that he threw towards that connector position. Stop FaZe Clan from getting too close. Flusher jump peeking for now. Don't expect to see this kind of play once the rifles come out, but of course, the danger is limited. Nico now top mid. There he goes. No damage done for Cloud9. Nice round for them. Some Deagles purchased by FaZe Clan. Couldn't have the impact they wanted, but now come the big guns. Guardian dropping an AK-47.
Ew.
Yeah, Olaf picking up the AWP.
He's got the
it's a
mid-spawn.
spawn-based, yeah, it's a spawn-based effort from Olaf Meister. We could check his POV.
Denied, James.
Olof making his way towards mid. And there he is. One player jumping out the window, but one player in the window will get taken out. Flusha has something to do though. 2 kills with the FAMAS, and he's not even the guy on the point. It's Rush. This is collapsing very quickly for FaZe Clan. They've fallen into a black hole.
And they almost have to double down here because the bomb is lost in middle and they've lost so many kills. You almost just want to commit Guardian into that, but he will just fall back and away. And at this point, it's now down to Adren. And usually coming from the Palace position, it's so exposed when you get onto the balcony, so you want distraction, but he does not have that luxury. And you can see there, may need to hit that first shot. Can't find the taps. Guardian, though, with the close range shot onto Zelsis as he sprints towards the B bomb site. Obviously, he does not have the bomb, and that's a huge problem. And I do believe that Cloud9 must surely be aware of this. They did have so much control in mid. They have to be so careful. You can't give Guardian anything else. He gets one more. And there's a full minute left for Guardian to somehow finagle his way onto that bomb pickup.
While all the action was going on, Zelsis was making his way through apartments, closing the net on FaZe Clan. But his timing did not work out on Guardian, and now we're in that 1 versus 2, as Dan mentioned. So much time on the clock. Has Rush got a sound cue? This is a blind spot. The timing was perfect just as the backpack was being spotted by Guardian. Out comes Rush. The timing absolutely beautiful for him. But now we see the action from Flusha. Beautiful, making it look easy with the FAMAS. And then Rush is on point.
Ooh, what a setup.
Check that out. Spinning fans, lights all over the place.
That's
Iron Man portrait. It's even got the soundproofing.
That tower's huge.
There's a big box.
Oh my god.
I'm a mini ITX man.
Could fit a grandma in there as well.
Small box for LAN. Why would... Never mind. FaZe Clan on the pistols for this round. There's a flash top mid from Rush to assist somebody peeking from the window. That is automatic on this occasion. Maybe a safer approach after the failure of the round prior. Lovely burst from Kiyoshima. Again, against his old team. He's so comfortable around connector. And that's going to be something to look out for. A brief eco round. But again, Kiyoshima used to be iconic on the T side for FaZe Clan, charging in. There is a very large head of Zelsis. Wry smile on his face. Will he be smiling after the series, though? That's the question.
And, you know, they were talking on the desk about maybe this element of just coming in hot from just playing 3 maps of Counter-Strike. You know, that might be something that can play to FaZe. But Cloud9, they've had a good start, obviously, but they're looking really sharp and warm already.
Nico, Rain, Adren, and Zelsis all looking for their first frag in round number 5 of Mirage. Rain moving to connector, an early smoke, presumably from the CT side. Difficult for the Ts to deal with. Timely molly from Kiyoshima. I think he was standing trying to block a smoke from the T side to cut off connector, but he will concede the position anyway. Where did that one come from? The short position from Automatic.
Yeah, you don't expect that, do you? The boost was really awesome. And again, like Kiyoshima's been holding this position really nicely, slowing them down so very much. And he's got to be so careful. He knows exactly where they're standing, though. He's not taken a lick of damage in this round. Adren trying to find him. Kiyoshima disappearing, though, in a ball of smoke. Back into connector, into safety. So difficult to deal with as Adren tries to find the kill, and it's going to happen. Great combo coming in from Olofmeister's grenade, and now Automatic looking to find a very timely peak with the AWP as FaZe start to impress themselves upon this bomb site.
Full rotation's already coming. Zelsis push B apartment. Olofmeister trying to rotate, not quite working out for him. How does Guardian avoid getting traded 1 versus 3 out of the apartment? Starts from that triple. He's got time to do this, but he doesn't have the position. This is going to be very, very hard indeed. Automatic now getting closer with the TZ. They're charging, they're swarming, but he's still got another shot in him. Or does he? 5-0 for Cloud9. They did damage, but it's still a clean sheet for Cloud9. And there are still 2 FaZe Clan players looking for their first kill.
One thing we've got to talk about, Rush, of course, he does have 13 kills already, so Rush is just owning it. But Kiyoshima has 3, and Kiyoshima has been controlling that connector position so well. We saw this round how he was able to effectively avoid getting fragged by 2 players, continue to hold that position down, going up, like defending it against the attack that eventually came, just darting back forwards when the players come up the ramp. He's moving around so well in this position. It's one of the most difficult CT positions to play effectively like that, but he's doing it so well. And Rush is playing off of him, and it's just too strong at the moment.
Plenty of FaZe Clan players targeting the B-bomb site. Zelsis in position. He's got flash for support. Flash is blind for a time. More flashes coming in as they stream out the balcony. Sprays towards the smoke preemptively. And now Guardian is the last one. Zelsis did a great job there. Cut down the numbers. Left Guardian alone. They only lose one player. 6-0, very fast. Maybe not what FaZe Clan were expecting.
Yeah, it's something where they've been very much struggling to get coordinated attacks working out because Cloud9 have been doing such a good job in controlling space around the map and staggering their offense. You want to come in from all sides at once, and Cloud9 have been preventing them from doing that so far. It's looking really good from Cloud9.
Lightning fast game of Mirage so far. No tech pauses from FaZe Clan just yet, I do not believe. Automatic. Not going to rest on the advantages so far, going for more. Guardian not expecting that. When you're 6-0 up, surely you're not going to be pushing mid on your own. Yes, you are if you're automatic. Make them uncomfortable, make them fear.
And it's those kinds of plays that start to get you really far ahead when you're already ahead. So, indeed, it's very worrisome. And look at how the positions have changed based on the way that Automatic wanted to go aggressive there. Kiyashima finally, after Automatic smokes it for him, can retake position around Connector. And with the 5 versus 4, look at how passive they're being now as well. They're making sure that nothing can possibly go wrong. Deep on the B-bomb side with 2 players who can help each other out. They've given up middle because they don't need it anymore. And they've got 2 players who can support around CT as well. So it's looking very, very solid so far.
Less than a minute for FaZe. Moving into position. The bomb rotating away from mid towards the A site. Adren creeping through Palace. FaZe Clan in a position to split the A site where 3 players await them. Rush and Kiyashima with angles towards the Palace position. Rush can quickly deal with Connector if necessary, although Automatic has to consider a flank now, so they will slightly change their formation. FaZe running the clock down, but for how long? They have a lot of utility. You can smoke jungle from the underpass if you need to. The grenades start to stream in. They've got so much to clear, however. It's just going to give big warning to Cloud9. Flusher starting to rotate, and FaZe Clan haven't gone through any choke points yet. There are 15 seconds, and no one is on A for FaZe Clan.
Gonna have to force the issue now. Can't wait any longer, but look at the positioning is so good here from Cloud9. They're playing it perfectly at the moment, and the entries just aren't there for FaZe. And there's no time as well. They have to die. That's like what they really want to achieve right now. Olaf wants to survive, but needs to make sure that no one can find him after time, and looks like that'll be the case. But again, Cloud9 taking awesome risks. We saw it from Automatic, gets the opening pick. They fall all the way back. FaZe spent a lot of time trying to figure out how can we equalize, how can we create a pick ourselves, but Cloud9 can't, don't give it to them. Forced to execute into a site when they have no time. There's just no openings.
Zellsis has the same amount of frags as 3 FaZe Clan players. Zellsis has 2 frags. This is an issue for FaZe Clan. Very, very limited success. 7-0 for Cloud9 on the CT side. They are falling over cash in CT spawn at the moment.
7. Not bad from Rush. Owning that A-bomb site. I just think it's, if you watch Cloud9, how they've been playing their CT setup so far, they've just been playing positionally with each other very well. It's almost hard to believe that they just added a new player, actually.
Smoke in the window. Automatic will observe and leave. That's one of the key parts to being the guy who plays in the window, how you're effective once the window gets smoked, which is almost every single round. Can be a low priority for some CT players. Boost again. Not the first time. This is a common boost for Cloud9. Won't be too concerned with this sound cue. Kiyashima taken out in the meantime. Rain in connector now. Finally, they've dealt with Kiyashima, and they've got a minute 20 on the clock.
Patience here from Cloud9, a great boost, but now the smoke goes away, may feel more exposed. Flusher still staying out there though. And look how much space they've given away. Rain in connector. There you go. Gets the 1 frag. Flusher falls back down. No way to punish that. And presence in mid now. Rain though will pick up that AK that was on the floor by Jungle. But look at Russ's position. It's perfect. He's giving up the bomb site, but he's taking a very strong position if they do go for a plant on this site. But of course, the bomb is still towards B. But now they're going to rotate it through underpass, through connector, into the A site. Rush is huge now from that position.
Flusher's heard that rotation. They're getting active towards short now, the CT side. Do they realize it's the bomb though? Adren has, he gets around the corner just before the peak comes in. Maybe because of the low health CTs. Now he can try to plant the bomb. Does Rush try to stop it? Nico lets Zellsis go past. A flashbang makes it really awkward. Does he turn around in time? Nico chasing, he's playing for max information. Oh, Flusher's angle. Could this actually happen? That would be absolutely ridiculous! How on earth is that a thing? How does he know?
Oh my god, that makes so little sense. I have no idea. That makes no sense, but here goes Rain! He's got 2! That's massive! 4 kills for him now, and the round is automatic. Goes for the clutch. Forwards, that's Rain down. Ace denied. Smoke pressure on the bomb as Adren plays from the ramp, and he has a completely exposed automatic. My god, Nico's gonna be so happy with Adren there.
What in the blazes? That was pretty awesome to watch.
What?
Just that situation in jungle. Could somebody explain to me, please? 7-1 for Cloud9. Reset opportunity awaits. Looking in mid, that is unbelievable timing. But it was not enough. Rain with the 2-man spray down, got the garden hose out. And maybe the plants are starting to sprout for FaZe Clan. Need to find a consecutive rounds. Almost everybody on the scoreboard now for them. Nico, a rare 0-1-8. But as long as the team can win some rounds, it may matter not.
That's so funny. Just like the fact that he got flashbanged, just all the rest of it.
Because it doesn't show you exactly how a model is turning, it looks like Flush is just waiting for someone to flank his teammate.
What a setup here, though. This is pretty devastating. So this is a fake into say side, but with the players from C9 so close to the ramp, they're going to realize that something is fishy right now. But because they made the stepping to run back, so this is next level from FaZe, but it looks like C9, they've just not bought this whatsoever. They're just holding still. Automatic looks very strong in this position. If FaZe try to go contact now, that's going to be very, very problematic. They may want to do that. Here it is. Bomb will move into the crosshair. Oh, the jiggle there. That's fantastic. Not giving away the bomb, but still losing players in mid. Not too many legs to stand on. Kiyoshima is phenomenal there. And Nico goes around the corner and finally goes down to Rush. Cloud9, they've just got their number.
Worst case scenario. While the bomb was on ramp, I believe Guardian threw a pop flash in B apartments earlier on, so they might have an idea as to where he is likely trying to hide his AWP. They've got no frags in this reset situation. We might be looking at an 11-1 scoreline. Can he survive? Flusher making his way into the entrance. Zelsis moving forward, automatic in the underpass as well. 13 seconds left. Guardian's got to keep pressing on. They can just wait and find. And there is Zelsis with an awkward angle, picking up the second AWP. 8-1 for Cloud9. He switches back to the rifle. They don't need 2 AWPs, so I like the presence of mind. And now we have a tactical timeout from FaZe Clan. This is disastrous.
Yeah, it truly is. It truly is. Cloud9 are looking just incredible. They've just gone Super Saiyan here today. And FaZe are really struggling to really do all that much. And everything that Cloud9 have been doing, it just looks so safe. Whenever they take aggressions, it looks safe. They have good setups behind it. If someone's going deep, that person is supported by 1 or 2 players. They've got good grenade usage behind that as well. They shift their defense around a lot, and everyone is always covering everything perfectly. And there we go. That's a bigger table for you, James. Are you more happy now?
I respect it. It's a nice table. If I tried to mount a TV, it'll just be a hole in the wall, so props to you. FaZe Clan, a few pistols and a scout. They wait for their next spy. They are so far behind, figuratively, literally. No fear whatsoever from Cloud9. 2 tags, and there is a AK in no man's land. Trying to fight some more. He spots a player on short. Now, I'm sure eventually a T will move through the underpass and maybe pick up that rifle if Cloud9 back up from mid. Rain's been picked off in the meantime. Kishima still around connector, playing over the smoke. Zelsis looking through apartments where Adren is hiding in the kitchen area. Adren will hear the movement. He's got to be careful. He can't really peek. Not worth it. Olaf Meister coming to help him. Guardian moving into a B split position. How deep can they get into B?
No tag for Guardian. And it's just so imposing, this presence here on mid from FaZe. Even though they don't really have any utility or anything but like a scout and an AK, it still feels pretty rough for CTs because of moves like this. Nico just creeping in. All it takes is a good timing, and he might just find that. There it is. Now, we'll execute Kiyoshima pretty quickly there. And Guardian now trying to pull the trigger on the B split, but not quite working out. And Flusher's going to be pushing forward to retake Catwalk, which is a smart move from him. He'll also hear the rotation. This is genius. And that also of course, leaves Automatic on the bomb site there. And no one's looking towards Short whatsoever. They thought it was clear. And Flusher gets one down. Automatic defense. And this offense is now looking very split up.
What a time on the clock. Adren's the one carrying the bomb. He's protect the VIP. He's the last one to fall down. Amazing he made it through connector in the first place. Flusher, he's playing to win the round, not to get the first frag. That's why he lets the first guy run into the A site where he knows his teammate is, because he's looking for the most important frag, which is bomb carrier. Lovely frick from Automatic. And Cloud9 prevail. I thought FaZe Clan would go for the B split with players in position on short, but they were able to do more. That guy really wants FaZe to win more. Respect, for being honest. All right, we've got players moving into top mid now for FaZe Clan. Olofmeister down to a Mach 10, which will be curious how they are able to use that. 3 smokes in mid very quickly in connector, window, and short. And there's a deep smoke in B apartments as well. So FaZe could try to offer something towards the B, towards short. Olofmeister taken out through the smoke. That's the worst weapon gone for FaZe.
You hate to see that. If you're on that T side and you're the guy that gets picked through the smoke there, if it's a one-way or not, that never feels good. That free kill for the CTs. Run boost for Guardian just because. Very afraid of a potential repeak. It is always a possibility that the CTs may do that. Cloud9 typically, though, when they get this first kill and they get a 5v4 on the CT side, they do fall back into passive positions. We can see that from them now as well. Connected by Faze. In court there, down to 27. Oh, how? I don't know. The grenades in this game sometimes it's hard to predict, but range should definitely be dead. But he is not.
Somebody needs to rotate this bomb from T-spawn. We have a lurker towards B, a lurker towards A. It's not clear the intention of FaZe Clan just yet, but Rain's position has got to be important. Automatic moving through mid. I don't think Rain's better. Just Jay's been spotted. What a great shot from Automatic. Now Adren's got to rotate the bomb, but to where? There's no one to rotate it to. Everyone else is dead. And they've done 0 damage in this round. 0. They've achieved nothing.
Yes, it's not very good, is it? And at this point as well, the economic damage, whilst it's always important, it's not going to be too impactful. Running and gunning. And that's it. Rush will take him down. Again, just really, really strong CT side on Mirage here from Cloud9. They look so good. Just there's not really a hold. They take some small aggressions here or there. This round obviously was quite passive. It's pretty awesome. He gets a glimpse because that smoke is too far to the right. And then finishes off that first player. And then from there, they play the advantage very well.
And FaZe are down to the pistols once again. Nico, 1 kill, 1 assist, 11 deaths, 1-1-1-1. Cloud9 with 10 times the score of their opponent. It's unreal how good it's looking for Cloud9 right now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Considering the circumstances, it is very impressive.
It's just such a masterclass of how to play CT Mirage. They sprinkle the risk in the right spots. They rotate players around. Their communication's excellent, but have to hold that. Oh, the Deagle's coming in. Straight to the pistol, perhaps. Maybe Rush is in trouble. Indeed he is. Kiyoshima's there from CT. That's a good position. Going deep with that nade. Oh, I think it just missed the target. It looked pretty good initially, though. And it's hard to actually plant the bomb here for FaZe. They just don't have the utility to cover such an open bomb site. Olaf will be able to pick up an AUG, but looks like it's just down to Nico now with that P250, and he's going to have to get very lucky to pick up a weapon and have a chance at this round. The bomb is unrecoverable. Not a good jewel to take, and it's another round in the bag for Cloud9.
No one's died more than 5 times for Cloud9 in 12 rounds.
Damn.
Just going to put that out there.
God damn.
11-1. Now, we've got the 5 AKs and plenty of utility. What can make the difference in this round for FaZe Clan? Let's see where they choose to go. 2 people going towards A at the beginning of the round normally means they'll end up at A. They've left the bomb in that direction as well, so... Dren moving towards A. No one top mid. No smokes in mid for FaZe Clan. Maybe suggesting a fast play towards B. That's an easy frag for Zellsis. Guardian in the underpass position, and the Blues are just cleaning up Cloud9. Surely they don't check for Kiyoshima unless they saw him already. Maybe they did because the spray is there preemptively, but Kiyoshima is playing so good this week, causing problems, spotting the bomb, buying time for his teammates to rotate. Rain getting smoked off, Guardian in connector. They have all the information now, Cloud9, and double the personnel.
So strong. So strong here from Cloud9. What an effort. Faze just can't quite... I don't know if they've really had a good look in any of these rounds. I don't think... They just don't get bomb plants. When do we see post plants? One thing that we haven't really seen is these set pieces from Faze. Great flash in, just as the smoke is disappearing as well.
In the rounds Cloud9 have won, only in the pistol round was the bomb planted. Cloud9 look like they're averaging almost 4 players alive per round. 3 or 4 players, which is really bad as far as Faze are concerned. And this is the second last round of the half. Is this going to be a 14-1?
So far, it looks like a complete no-show on the T side of Mirage from Faze. That is for sure. Nico on 1 kill on the T side. I don't like to talk about kills too much, but Mirage is a very open map. One of the reasons for that is because Cloud9 have been pretty consistently getting those opening advantages because Faze have been playing those defaults. Zellsis has been doing a really good job on the B apartments. When he's being challenged, he just wins the fight. Like in those one-on-ones, he's just winning them. Yeah. And he's pulled out an AWP in that position now as well, and they don't really seem to have anything to deal with that. There are definitely ways to attack that potentially. You know, they could try to go for a set piece where they get that smoke on the balcony, try to explode. There's various ways to try to do that, but obviously they're having problems taking mid as well without losing players. They're having problems getting into A. And so a set piece could be a good response, but we haven't really seen that from them just yet.
Cloud9 have been seizing opportunity, case in point with the mid pushes and so on, and limiting opportunity for Faze, which is, well, here we go, seizing again, automatic in this position once more. He likes this range, he loves this range, does it on overpass as well, and almost always delivers. And now we've got the grenades. You can't trade that frag.
Yep. So it's such a strong position for the AWP. I remember I first saw that so much from Fallen a long time ago, and it's just still so effective. You just don't know where the AWP can be. And if you play defaults, you're so susceptible to the AWPs picking you on the extremities of the map. That's a really big problem. And we do see Faze opening with defaults more or less every round and just not being able to get opening picks with it.
Guardian looks like he might be lining up a smoke for the window of the market. That's where one would stand. Holding in position now, Faze Clan. Zellsis, sorry, Flusher just jump peeking. Ideally, with this jump peek, you want the peak of your jump to be before you are showing to your opponent. Otherwise, you may just get shot in the head, but there's no AWP this time. Starts to fall back now. He's got no smoke, otherwise might have dropped. Well, that's a huge shot from him. Zellsis now lining them up. Misses his shot, though, but he's a distraction. His sheer presence there gets taken down, and all of a sudden, it's Flusher to clean everybody up. 4 kills for him. 13 rounds for Cloud9. They're just not giving Faze any room to breathe. They're not respecting the skill on that team. They're taking liberties, playing up close with the AWP. It's a long-range weapon. You're not supposed to be there.
And this is so great as well. I feel bad for Zellsis because like that shot when the model of the player turns sideways, it feels like the model gets, goes half as big as it was when they were turning in a different direction. So, whiffs that shot, but Flush is just so strong as an anchor beside him. And they had enough warning as well to get good positions for it. But into the next round now, and it looks like a burst onto the A side is going to be the play. A quick contact here, very limited grenades here from Faze, but Rush actually has a great position, as does Automatic for this. They're going to be committed to fight and take players down as they enter the bomb site. Looking for the first frag here. There it is from Automatic, trying to turn around. It's him alone now as Rush goes down. The shots are absolutely incredible from Automatic so far. He's done more than enough. Olaf Meister in the 1 versus 2. There's a chance, but Flush is too quick on the rotation. Takes him out. 14-1 on the first half. Almost completely flawless Cloud9.
Automatic in the AWP is just ridiculous at this point. What is the ceiling for this man and this weapon? You start to wonder with beautiful shots like that. Clean shot, not even a penetration shot. Marvelous stuff. This was the pick of Faze. They have won 1 round from 15 on their T side. It could end at the pistol.
Damn.
almost opposites. Very unusual, but again, we look at the stats of Nico, but it doesn't necessarily say just how he's performing, but the opportunities the team has been afforded by a Cloud9, who have had Flusha getting double frags from Connector while they have Rush moving through that middle position to take them by surprise, taking all the angles away. Nothing is taken for granted in that entire half. Everything you would think, okay, I'll be fine here. I can move into it. Nope. Automatic's there. Nope. Flush is there. Nope. Rush is there. Nope. Zelsis is there. Everybody's everywhere for Cloud9.
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy. I think a lot about the strategy of Cloud9, and Faze just didn't have the right approach. But we're into the second half. It can always be done. Guardian just trying to peek there, but denied by the Molotov. And they're going to rush up Catwalk. That's awesome to see. Quick B split coming in. Quite difficult to stop these. Very difficult shots for Guardian, but on the bomb site, Rain and Adren are having at Cloud9 at the moment. It's not looking too difficult for them, as they'll have the rotation coming in for assistance. Just Celsius left now. This is beautiful from Faze. They've yet to take even a pip of damage. There it is, but it's not all that worrisome. Beautiful response for Faze Clan in the pistol.
Could hardly have gone better for them. 4 players get a helmet for $350 versus spending $1,000 on the armor, which means they can take the M4s out early. Still good spirits. On the way back, boys. Not the first time they've been in such a situation and turned it around, even in this tournament alone. Again, Faze iconic for never being out. 2 rounds versus the 14 of Cloud9. 1 flash from Zelsis and Glocks. Their main play will come in the rounds after this one.
This grenade, yes. Will he nail it? Ooh, that's pretty decent. MP9 as well. The movement here from Adren is fantastic. Really good, just getting underneath them after throwing the nade and representing his position to be around the car. And that's an easy hold, of course, as one would expect. And now the buy can come in for Cloud9. I'd imagine AK's all abound as they can get that full buy. They must have so much confidence. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a really aggressive round just to crush Faze, demoralize them, feel like you move too quickly for them to be able to handle.
The pick of Faze, Mirage, and now Faze start their CT side. Guardian in the window, flush at top mid. A lot of people in apartments for Cloud9. Maybe some will move through the underpass. Flush is showing presence. I don't know how many players are top mid. A lot of tagging there. Guardian 22 HP and hasn't seen anybody. Automatic moving through the underpass. Rain close to the smoke on the ramp. Nico near connector. Guardian moving towards A now, as he commonly has been. It was actually Flusha on HLTV who said that Guardian was often towards A, so they just chose to avoid him.
That was close. That's very close for Adren. They're going to go for the B split, pulling the trigger on the attack. Good kill onto Olofmeister, opening up the catwalk position. Adren with it, just an MP9. What can he do? Nothing. Celsius takes him down. And there's 3 players left now for Faze. Surely they think they have to go for a save at this point. They've completely lost the B-bomb side. Not a single frag to be found. Automatic is looking for those stragglers. And he's going to find one. Nico dead. Can Guardian survive, though? He needs the orb to survive. He's been spotted. Oh, this gets dangerous now. Oh, he's dead as well. Headshot, of course, from Automatic. Oh, no. This is going so badly for Faze, James.
15-3. There's money for a buy, but it's 15, well, 3 to 15 as far as Faze are concerned. How are you going to do this? It's so crucial for Rain to try and hold on to this weapon. He hears the footsteps of Flusha. There's one, here comes Celsius to pre-fire. Can he survive on the plant pods? Alive for now, but there's still a second! And there it goes, everything's been taken away. Cloud9 is a cruel mistress.
Oh dear. So demoralizing. Cloud9 are just feeling the flow so well at the moment. They look unstoppable.
I respect it. I respect it. It's better than Golden Boy's punts. Game point for Cloud9. They have 12 game points in a row. As are the nature of game points. 3 players moving through mid for Cloud9. A lurker towards A, a lurker towards B. The bomb in mid. Control of connector may be a priority. They look for a response. Adren and Guardian look like they might make a play through the apartments to concentrate efforts elsewhere. The gap being held. Experienced players know to hop past this, not walk into the angle. You can get a clean kill from this position. As you can see, Kishima in the underpass. Guardian will not be served. Ooh, will he? Maybe he will. In the meantime, we've got 3 players moving up the short position. Seeing nothing. Oh, you see something now. Olofmeister moving, twitching. Adren maybe going towards B, keeping an eye on CT. Cloud9 players in the ladder room. Kishima likes to do this lineup. I'm guessing that might be for somebody playing an off angle by the bench position. I don't really know. Haven't checked. And now Automatic starts to move the bomb towards A. Very interesting. In the meantime, Zeus has been taken out towards A ramp. Does this deter Automatic? Nothing else has been seen for Faze. Maybe they'll have a false sense of security. Big frags coming in. What a flurry. But Automatic's on the wrong side of the map. There's 20 seconds. He has to plant on A. They've got to force their way towards A now.
Oh, Faze, they know that they have to get in there because it's their life on the line. If they lose this round, it's over. They have to assume that it's B or an awkward situation. They may even clear this, looking like they actually will. When then comes the backstab, and now they start to realize what the hell has just happened. The bomb is on the other bomb side. That moment of realization for Rain, and they are waiting for him. 16-3. That is pure dominance from Cloud9. No answer from Faze in map 1 of the grand finals here.
Absolutely deleted. Cloud9 sitting on the backspace. Faze Clan didn't turn up to that one. They'll have to wake up between here and the second map. Thoughts of the desk after the break.